Hello and welcome. I think that is the fastest that I have been able to get me a drink to prepare me for the hydration station. Welcome. We are live with your cup draw. I am your hostess with the mostest, Vibey Dusty, and I am here to introduce. I have a partner this time. Say welcome to Dames.
Yeah, man. They call me DAMEZ. Baby, tell me
Yeah,
what you want to do
boy.
for me.
Got me some lemon twist here. This is gonna be some serious business. Let's take a sip.
Got me some whiskey. We're not going to name drop because we're not sponsored by them, but
Yeah, I'm gonna get fired by Issy for giving free advertising. But yeah. So essentially, we are here. Firstly, this is gonna be a long stream. So this is gonna be first the cup draw. So essentially, new gen, old gen, who's facing who. We got our winner spot and our runner-up pot. Just to note, so that we don't have the same issue that we had the previous time. Not all second places are getting into the knockouts. For new gen, there were 19 groups. For old gen, there were 18 groups. Only 32 teams can make it. So if you do the math, 19 times 2 is 38. 18 times 2 is 36. Quick maths. So not all second place teams are making it into the knockout. Only 13 the 13 best performing second places get through for new gen, and the 14 top of that is how we roll. I got ready. Got me a nice bucket here, but I'm covering up the branding because we're not sponsored. Did you maybe have one of these earlier?
you know the vibes for the ice. For the ice.
And then, of course, you recognize the jar, but yeah, it's not that jar, guys. As you can see, I've already populated for new gen. Everybody's in. This is our runner-up pot. This is our winner spot. So, yeah, James, I'm going to pull it out. You're going to read it for the illustrious SAPL fandom community, whatever you want to call them, soon to be celebrating Dricus du Plessis knocking out Israel Adesanya. Any predictions based along that?
Yeah, man. I predict Mr. DDP, Mr. Dricus du Plessis, by KO.
En zijn naam was Dricus du Plessis. Hij was die een voor mij. All right. Let's just get this up here as well. It was very quickly prepared. Let's see, share screen. We want a tab, the spreadsheet over there, so you guys will be able to follow who we are drawing and who's facing who. Who's facing who? Let's find out. Here comes number one. Right, because the people want to see. They want to see me do this, so there's nothing. I can't be accused. Ooh, look who we're pulling out first.
The first up, Knock Knock, the boys from Knock Knock MF. A remarkable season they've been having in the Prem for their first time, as I've mentioned before. So let's look at what they can do in the cup, man. I mean, getting to the next round is a big deal. Let's hope they don't get a big team.
Yeah, well, they're lucky because remember, because there's 19 in the winner spot and 13 in the runner-up pot. If you get drawn early, you get a second place team. But once the second place team run out, we could be seeing a VSQ versus Zamalek very early. Right,
Violence.
there we go. Yeah. Nice and easy one.
Ooh, and on the away team going against Knock Knock MF, Iconic United. Nice one. Dusty didn't mean to disrespect your Iconic. I apologize on behalf of my partner. This is going to be a fire game. Be humble today. Be humble. We're not taking shots.
You're playing good cop, bad cop, you say. Right, here we go. Number 2.
Next up.
Yeah, I folded this very, very tightly.
Ooh, 11 gens. Also a very, very good season, man. Some of mine and Dusty's teammates in that team from Velocity Legends coming in from the championship into the Prem as well. You know, sitting that, I think, top 11, in the top 11 spot somewhere there. So let's look what they can do in the cup, man. Let's look who they got drawn there. It might be violence. It might be vibes. Who knows? Stand by.
Let's see, let's see, let's see. Oh, it's your friends, Dames. It's your friends.
Ooh, the boys with the blue lid. Vaseline boys. 11 gents versus Vaseline boys for our second game there. That should be fun. Vaseline boys with a bit of a shaky season as well. It might be Vincent leaving. It might be Vincent was the problem. Who knows? I guess we'll see.
Right, number 3. Woo!
Ooh, the PE boys. We need a TikTok from you, gents. Eh? Just a little dance. Because when we see that name, we automatically assume Junior and Co. So give us a little nigga dance challenge there.
Let's see. Let's see who they get. Yeah, this one is tightly folded. Ooh, we have a tight one.
Violence.
Tight.
Ooh, local life gaming. That is a good game, man. That is a good game. Mid versus mid. We appreciate that. That's
And you say I'm bad cop. Shame on you, guys.
at least we're even out the field. Go against your own, you know.
You know, I like that Twitter page. You know, it's not here we go, it's here we vie. Here we land. Nah, I can respect them. Social media game is good.
Yeah, they've been very, very good.
Right, let's see.
Remember, it's just jokes, guys. If you take it personally, just at us. Let's send location and we'll have a chat. Find out what we can do better to make you feel better.
Dames. You're getting shots fired right back at you. Focus on your own team fighting relegation in the Prem. Ooh.
But the difference is that we're in the Prem. That's the key factor there.
But yeah, we've drawn number 4, and number 4 is
ZA. Boys have also been having a good season as well. They've always managed, as we said in previous podcasts, they've always managed to stay within top 7 consistently in the Prem. So let's see what they got there. Who they get there. It would be fun. It would be fun if it's checkmarks. It would be fun.
Unfortunately, it's this Boys in the
Boys
Hood.
in the Hood. I love that name, actually, man. I love that name. That is from my favorite movie of all time. I see the wordplay there. That was very clever, man. Respect.
Right. Here we go to number 5. Yes, Zaid, that is correct. The first bracket goes up to 8, and the second bracket goes up from 9 to 16. Fixture number 5.
Ooh, no chance CF. The boys from Xbox. The boys who are always buying batteries in bulk.
It's a mixed team last time I heard, James.
Oh, is it? Ah, nice
Yeah.
one. We like that. We like that. We make friends.
Right. Here we go with the opponents. The opponents are Oyo.
Ooh, OG Samba Kings.
We have a Xbox Derby.
The former
Xbox
rival.
Derby.
We love it. We love it, man.
But I
That
think
is a
last time I heard, OG Samba Kings opened up a shop and they give goals to their opponents.
shame, man. Shame. They have some good guys in their team, man. Who knows?
9-2, 9-1, 9-0. Rage quit here, rage quit there, rage quit everywhere.
You're saying the Owens are not marking on the poll for availability that night.
Right, here we go. Fixture number 6.
Rash, you make a very solid point there, brother. I might point that out to you there.
I know you're gonna like this one.
Ooh, La Bleu. Le Bleu. Why we call blues? It's blue. It's, it's not blues. In 6th. Please don't be Zamalek. Please don't be Zamalek. Please don't be Zamalek.
At least you guys got drawn in the same bracket as Local Life Gaming, so we have a cup rivalry.
Nice, man.
But
No,
let's
but
see.
the local life gaming guys, for as much as I'm poking jokes at them, they are a good team. They're solid players in their team, man. Remember, it's just jokes, guys. You take it personally. Unlucky. Black Power. Oh, they were actually in the same, I think the same group as us coming up.
Hectic.
Yeah, thank you for that, man.
What a draw.
All respect to them, but thank you for that. That's so much.
Right. So it looks like Loco and Leblois will progress and get a step closer to the rivalry game. But let's find out fixture number 7. It is the brothers of Cyber.
Cyber Brothers. The Avengers. The Avengers.
The SNL Avengers.
They've been picking up actually very well, considering that they started off a bit lukewarm, but they've been picking up again. Like we spoke about a few podcasts ago, that sometimes with all of the big names you have in your team, you still got to build Kim. So I think they've managed to do that now, man. So well done to them.
Right. So I drew 2 by accident. I'll just drop that one. Maybe that one got lucky.
Festive AS. Ooh,
It's not
so
that time yet.
In 7, Cyber Brothers and Festive AS.
It's almost time for if times. You know what's if?
What is if?
As Foucault is festive. Yeah, it's almost that time. We got a question there in the chat for you there from our brotherhood brother. What are you drinking?
Hey, Mr. Tier. There's like I said to Dusty, I'm not going to say the name because we're not trying to plug people who don't sponsor us, but I'm drinking whiskey and some passion fruit flavored cordial.
Hey yo,
just to run it
right.
down. Pause.
Our next team.
I don't want to butcher this.
Resilienza. Resilienza
Guys,
FC.
There's too many eyes in there. Like there's too many dots in there.
Yo, I don't think I can even spell it. Resilienza FC. Resilienza FC. If you guys are in the chat. Right. I drew that from my winner spot. I almost drew out of the winner spot again. It's not that time yet. We haven't seen a Zamalek and a Ballers yet, so those guys are in danger.
There's gonna be some tight games. We're gonna get some fixed chats, some fixed comments.
I put Zamalek and Ballers outside the pot so I can draw them later.
Just for the conspiracy theories. Two Touch FC. That should be actually I don't know the other team quite well, but I know Two Touch. So who knows who could pull a result here, man. But best of luck to both of them. That's our 8th game. Dusty, someone said in the chat, you guys are very selective of what you want to answer. What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Say it with your chest.
That's feeling left out. We apologize, brother. What you want to ask? If we see it, I'll answer it.
Maybe he's talking to the guys in the chat. Maybe it's not directed at us. But here we go. Fixture number 9.
Check Marts. I've been waiting for their name to pop up. Let's see who they got. If it's violence or if it's vibes. Let's see.
Righto. We don't know Iconic United are either. We know that they won their group, or they came second in their group. That's all we know.
I don't want to say it. I don't want to say it.
I'm not the SAPL journalist. I am podcast guy. Must ask the SAPL journalist. Maybe he knows.
I do know the name. Iconic United, because we go through the table, but I actually, at the top of the dome, I can't tell you which division they come from. Ooh, some come loud there. So it's Vibes. Check mark, it's Vibes.
How do you know? Have you seen these guys play?
No,
they're not bad.
Yeah. It's just jokes.
Yeah, we vie. Bola Zamalek, channel your inner. Bola Zamalek, no, it's not.
Trollmatic X, the boys from the mighty Troll. Pause.
Some people say they're not so mighty anymore.
Surely Smurf wasn't the engine of everything.
Yeah, well, no Ripsy, no Smurf, no party, no Waza, no party.
Was Ripsy really there though?
He signed the contract and then the 200 rand released him. Right. Who will they be facing?
Oh, Supreme Gaming, my boys. Mr. Wade October and Co. My boys. No load shedding is nice. Let's see what the boys can do going against the big team of Trollmatic X. Brother, if we get Ballers versus Zamalek, Elite CPT Tallballs is nice for our 11th fixture. Let's see who they come. Who they face. Oh.
There's only 3 guys left in here, so we get it. It's about that time. I'm even eating the jar because there's nothing left. My poor fingers. Baby shark, baby shark.
And from what I gather, the last time when we looked at their division, they were actually doing very well.
Yep.
Yeah, they were
close to the top of their table.
Elite CPT, be careful. Apparently, they have some bite in them.
Rash, this is too big to be a popcorn bucket, my friend. It's too big. I know I got a bit of a mug, but it's not that big for this. Right. Number 12. I know the ballers and Zamalek guys are a bit anxious now.
Fixed. Fear nobody. FNB. Your favorite bankers. 12 fixture. Would be fun if they get Zamalek, eh?
Trust in using the dustbin. Yeah, I'll take that one. I'll take that one. Right.
Who do we got for the fear for FNB? Ooh, Izamani. Namani.
Izanami. They are currently top of the table in Super League One West.
Oh, is it? Should be a good game.
That should be a good one. Right. Ballers, Zamalek. Can we get the hashtag Ballers Zamalek in the chat? Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah.
Mandrai, didn't you get your noodles already?
Hey, don't bring that up. That's a sensitive subject.
Is it? DSG Beasts. Mr. Yash and Co. Mr. Yash and Go for our 13th fixture. Who do they have? Who do they have?
Right. So as you guys can see, there's literally, it's empty. You can see that one paper. So there's nothing for me to swirl here. It's all out. Ooh.
Ooh, TMT. Elias and the boys.
Tasty
TMT
prem
have been-
fixture.
TMT actually have been climbing up the table. They've been getting some good results. Maybe it's reverse passing from Donza, the best cam in the league. Who knows? Could be a
Some
number of
say it's
things.
the best cam. Some say it's the best scam. Who knows?
Either way, we love you. Either way, we love you.
Here we go with
City lads, the boys that play every day. How do your Medis feel? Also doing well on the prem on the prem table. Eh? It's all that practice.
yeah. Finally. Yeah.
Ooh, VSQ bowlers against City lads for our 14th fixture. Finally, we get bowlers out. Whoever is not drawn yet, you must be saying to yourself, please not Zamalek. Please not Zamalek.
If you finish first in your group, it's time to start worrying now.
Snake Pits. The boys sitting in 20th position in the New Gen Prem. But for some reason, they still managed to stay in the Prem from last season. It was more or less the same thing, but they managed to claw themselves out of relegation to stay in the Prem. So who knows? They have some fight in them, man. They do have some fight in them. V, the boys from New West. They've also been doing very well. I've happened to play some friendlies against them as well. Very a solid team. They've put together a very, very good team there, man. So that should be a proper fixture. I'll lean more to the boys from New West.
Who's getting the home? Who's getting it's 2 legs anyway, but who gets the home?
Here comes danger.
Of course.
The mighty, mighty Zamalek.
It's 5 stars on the leg times.
Back to back, like Drake said.
And then the last opponent.
Italy. Ooh, gents. Italy were 11 Maris before they changed the name. Yeah? Good team as well. Good team as well. I know some good players there, but hey, gents, you have a Mursa mountain to climb there. Mursa mountain. I hope you're used to press and not pressing buttons because that press.
Right. So that is the new gen draw. If we just go through it quickly, Knock Knock versus Iconic United, 11 Gens versus Vaseline Boys, PE Boys versus Local Life Gaming, RBZA versus Boys in Dawood, No Chance CF versus Samba Kings, Lablua versus Black Power, Wakanda, sure. Cyber Brothers versus Festive AS, Resiliencia versus Two Touch, Checkmarts versus Summa Cum Laude, Traumatic versus Supreme Gaming, Elite CPT versus Baby Shark, Fear Nobody versus Izanami, TSG Beast versus TMT, City Lads against VSQ Ballers, Snake Pits versus Kenyo VFC, and last but not least, Zamalek FCC against Italy. So yet again, just like the last time, we have a very strong bracket and a not so strong bracket. So entertaining games coming early. We have a prospect at the top of having one of the teams being good up against the elites that come through in the second. So yeah, Tabo. In case you've just joined, not all second place teams have gone through. There were 19 groups, which means all the winners of the groups went through. All of the best 13 placed second place teams qualified for New Gen. So that is why at the bottom, the last three fixtures or four fixtures, we have first place versus first place. So unlucky, luck of the draw or unluck of the draw. No rigging, no fixing. It's here live.
Also, at the same time, we're not Ultramel. You can't make everyone happy. So, Dusty,
Right.
looking
So
at this, which games are
yeah,
you
go
looking
for it.
forward to here? Which games are you looking forward to here? Like some
Me?
cracking games.
Whoops. That would have been very loud. I apologize for the headphones. Um, in terms of games, City Lads versus Ballers,
Yeah,
obviously
that will be.
a big fixture. Um, because once these four sort each other out, they then come up against the mighty Zamalek soon. So I think the other game that I'd be looking forward to again is the Xbox Derby between Samba Kings and No Chance, even though I think No Chance would win. It's still a big game. 11 Gens Vaseline Boys can be tricky. That can be a tricky fixture for either team. So they'd be keen to get out, but the winner likely to get knock knock. So either way, it's gonna be tough. Anything that you see?
Yeah, man. I guess it's the same games you're speaking about, man. I mean, even the Italy guys and Zamalek, Italy guys actually have built a strong team there. So who knows? As mighty as Zamalek is and always can be, with the amount of players that they have there and just the way they play, who knows? Italy, maybe you can do something there, man. Go in there with the intent to kill them. I think everyone goes with the intent to kill Zamalek, and then it's Luther Vandross in the corner because you just lost.
The SAPL journalist, however, has whispered some whispers in my ear. They've had to
Mm.
do a lot of recruiting because they almost disbanded close to our season. So
Damn.
I would believe Rash if he says maybe they're going to play against three guys. Who knows? But maybe they're like, let's see what we can do. And then afterwards, disband.
Rash, I'm sorry, but I don't believe anything you say.
All right. So as you guys can, I don't know if you'll be able to see in my hands here. Um, these are the teams that are going into my winner spot. So, in they are. Yo, this camera's dark, ek sê. But yeah, there they are. Yeah, are my teams for the runner-up. There they are. No rigging, no nothing. All right. Here we go. Number 1.
The originals, Niklaus and family. First fixture. I see what they did there with the name. I hope I'm not just assuming, but I'm assuming they went with the originals that we know.
The only thing original is DDP beating Israel soon.
See.
I know if Israel happens to beat DDP, I know guys are gonna come for me, actually.
Yeah, me too. I also know all those easy fans.
Me, I don't care.
Zafuti. For our first fixture, we have the originals versus Zafuti.
We had to play Zafuti.
Josh has a question for us. He asked who's the team they're facing. We can't even read the name, apparently.
It's Italy, but you take out the A and you replace it with 2 T's.
Josh, it was 11 Maoris, if you remember that name. They just changed their name.
I have a feeling this is gonna be a big one.
RBZA Evo, this junior team, as they are referred to on the streets. Not me, the street said.
It reminds me of when a certain somebody was in the SAPL.
That's why I said what I said.
The streets. The street said. Ish, man. Let me just see if I can make a gap here. There we go.
No X-Spam. We had a conversation about this team the other day and the name. No X-Spam. So are we not supposed to pass, or did they mean no circle spam? I wonder. Guys, let us know in the comments if you are the captain of this team or player. What was the intent of this name?
Hey, fellow Edmund.
The Goldbridge Boys.
The Goldbridge Boys. Right. I'd like to just take a moment to bring to everybody's attention that we did announce via announcement that I've been punished because I've been a bad boy. Sending 2 messages into the announcement group for no reason. So I've been punished. I need to do a TikTok dance. So you guys, that's where you guys come in. You guys need to suggest TikTok dances that Dusty needs to do. Gonna slam them on a pole there, and then whoever wins, whichever dance wins, is the one I will do. Please, guys, no web, no, no, all of those things as a belief, man.
No twerking, apparently.
I'm not that flexible, guys.
Zo Parkers against the Goldridge Boys for our third fixture.
Windsor Parkers. Aren't they close to like a League One side? I'm not 100% sure.
The boys at No X-Spam say that the name of the club is because they don't want people spamming, calling from the bot. They don't want them to spam calls from the bot. Okay.
It's very disturbing that you want to see me to work for the community. I'm just saying.
What do you mean by that? All for one SAPL. I like the reference there. Shouts out to the boys for the My Hero Academia reference there.
All for
Anime
one
is
and one
nice.
for all.
It could mean the R&B group All for One, or it could mean My Hero Academia.
Make me sweat.
They want you to throw a bottle. They want you to pour water down your spine, fam. Might get the flu. Oh, guys.
Make me water.
Yeah, I'm a 10-10. I'm a 10-10. Fourth fixture, all for one SAPL against I'm a 10-10. Are they Ben 10s or is it just the 10s? Who knows? I blame American Pie for making us like most. Anyway. Bena, my Bena, please don't disappoint us for the fifth fixture. Let's see who they got there. They've lost a few players, Dusty, eh?
Yep, crucial players.
Yeah, the likes of Thiago and them.
Now they'll be warming the bottom benches of the Premier League.
Damn, man. Unlucky boys. Edge Lords. Hey, the bus is nice. Apparently, they don't play with the bus anymore, as we heard from our resident Dawn, Mr. Keaton. Apparently, don't use that bus anymore. But hey, this should be an interesting fixture in terms of Old Gen.
Yeah, we would also like to take this opportunity to wish Kieran again happy birthday, because it was his birthday on Thursday. So hope you're enjoying yourself there. He's got the time off because we're good bosses.
Enjoy, brother. I hope you enjoy drinking your Tropica because you're still not old enough to walk into a bottle store. Enjoy your Tropica. You deserve it.
Yeah, we got something over there. Wesley is asking, I always wanted to know how they got that team name, Edgelords. I feel like that's an unsafe question to ask.
Yeah, same. I don't want to answer that. I don't want to answer that. Hustlers FC. That's our first team for the sixth fixture. Playing at home. Let's see who they have away.
Da, da, da. Now that song is in my head now. I was gonna.
someone recorded this. I know. Yay! 051. Siwelele. So for our sixth fixture, we have Hustlers FC against Siwelele. What do we got for
If you like it, then you should have put a ring on it.
Actually, you should do that dance, man. The little dance that she does to that.
Huh? The one like
yeah. Look at you with the rhythm. Look at you. The Lads FC. What I like, I like the lads since the captain. What was his name? Zayn. Was it Zayn? Zaire. When he came through and he said things with his chest. I appreciate gents who say things with their chest.
Yeah. It was a good podcast. That was a good one.
Scottsville FC. I'm assuming all of these gents, the Scottsville that I know, being originally from KZN, is Scottsville in Pietermaritzburg. So correct me if I'm wrong, but are you gents from that same Scottsville or is this a different one? Who knows?
Ooh, I'm getting called out. I'm going to get punished for more things. Panda. I got balls in Atlanta. Whoopa. Some people are gonna say there's something in my lemon twist.
Definitely, bro. Wideman, the boys from Wideman. The return of the Mac to Old Gen. Nish said, "Hold my beer. I'm bringing a real team back. I can't play
But
with
rumors
other
say
teams."
the SAPL journalist has reported that he's going to New Gen soon.
Ooh.
And here we go.
The Brotherhood FC.
Aritian.
Hey, Tian, it's about to be a fight, brother. You might wanna buy that clip to very early there. You might need that branding very early, brother.
I think I should have put a tracker across the bottom of the screen to say that why some second place teams are not in the draw. But we'll save that for later.
And
We'll save that for later because as Wesley comments, we have
the jabronis. Is it jabronis or jabronis? Are we saying it in Afrikaans? Or are we saying it like the rock? Which one is it?
yeah, I think I remember he did a podcast with Tash when Tash's podcast used to be a thing before I kicked him out of business.
Into the Dragon. See what I did
think
there?
he said it's the jabronis.
The jabronis. Oh, okay.
Just
Sorry,
correct
it was
me if I'm wrong there, Wesley.
jabronis. There we
Jabronis.
go. Where's
Are you
I
a
just assumed.
jabroni? Are you the ones that the Rock speak about that is gonna lay the smackdown on their candy buttocks? You
When you
jabroni.
sense it, don't say local boy.
I like this fixture. I like it a lot.
That is a nice.
It is a derby. It's a derby. What would the cup be without a derby? Right. Here we go. Who do we? Hey, man. My mascot is busy again.
Hey, royalty. Kieran always has some kind words for them. I wonder why.
Kieran is too nice, man. I should have I can put myself on mute, but then you're just gonna see me pull things out of stuff, and you're not gonna hear me say anything. So please bear with Izinja next door.
Is in such a game.
Ish.
Hey, Team Supreme. That's our 10th fixture in Old Gen. Royalty against Team Supreme. Any relation to Supreme Gaming? I wonder.
Right.
Hey, Cruise Control. That was a very clever name. Cruise
Controller. Yo. Ish. Here we go. Thunderball. Trying to give it to your girl.
Gaffers FC, 11th fixture. Cruise Control against Gaffers FC.
Yeah, you gotta be careful how you say that, huh?
Very careful, brother. My pronunciation was on point.
Luckily, I didn't.
I paid very close attention to English in school.
We ain't here to get cancelled, boys.
Very, brother. Serious stuff. That's our first team for the 12th fixture. Home team. Let's see who they get away for the 12th fixture.
Oyo.
Ooh, Mama Uyankas.
So I got a voice note after the last team of the week. And they said that the correct way to say this team is Mama Uyankas. It's apparent.
Kas. Closer.
I need to click it.
Is it
Mama
closer?
Uyankas. Yes.
I thought it was Uyangas. Zulu.
I might have used the
Mama.
wrong click. I need to go listen to the voice note again, but apparently there needs to be a click. Yeah, I got it. You see, guys, you send me the voice note. I correct.
You're from the Eastern Cape, brother. You should know those clicks, brother. If I read that in Zulu, it means something else. I'm from KZN.
It's when you read it, you don't know if how it's intended, if it's home language or if it's just J.
100%. Yeah.
There we go.
Simba Esports, 13th fixture.
Simba Esports. Shame. I should probably check my phone to see if SNL is okay. Right. There we go. This is the second last team available out of the runners-up pot, so you know what that means.
Oh, Galacticos. 13th fixture. Simba Esports against the Galacticos. Isn't that a team name change from last season? I think they were called something. Yes.
They were Saints Row previously.
Ah, there we go.
Right.
Our memory is not that bad, Dusty. We must give ourselves the benefit of the doubt sometimes. Durban Knights. I see what you did there.
Yes, sir. Right. So as you can see, guys, this is the very last one. So again, just putting in and taking out.
What do you mean by that?
We have
Nkabi. I see what you did there as well.
Nkabinho. Yeah. Nkaba.
Those are Zulus there. Look at the flexibility.
Right, so guys, there's no more left in the runner-up pot, which means these guys are all top of the group and unlucky of the draw to you guys. So start sweating. If you haven't seen the name, start sweating. First up,
Kid Clan. That is the home advantage for our 15th fixture.
Here we go.
That team that makes me feel a bit uncomfortable, eh?
Kid Clan.
Yay, Celesau. Ooh, Kid Clan. Eish.
You know, the only message I have for Kid Clan is channel your inner Kid Clan when you beat RBZA Evo. And I forgot who's the other team they beat before that. Beat Celesau, knocked them out early. But then again, Warren Mr. Warren said, they don't care about the cup anyway. So maybe that's a good thing for Kid Clan.
They say that now until you have to fight them. Brad City. Brad City.
Bradlows.
Some of the gents are too young to know that. You got an uncle. I was going to Joshua though. You
We
got
have
an
some
uncle.
tears in the chat, Debs.
Bruh.
We have
It's gonna be a
some
rough
Kid
one.
Clan tears in the chat.
No, gents, unlucky, man. Yo, it's gonna be a rough one. Shame, man. Yes. Who let us cook? Who let us cook? So nice they didn't see the need for any spaces.
Mhm.
Gotta say it with
Right.
your chest.
So that brings the conclusion to our old Gen Cup draw. Just to rehash the fixtures, we have the Originals versus ZA Footy, RBZA Evo versus No X-Spam, Goldbridge Boys versus Winslow Parkers, All for One SAPL versus Amaten 10, Mabena versus Edgelords, Hustlers versus 051 Siwelele, The Lads versus Scottsville, Whiteman versus Brotherhood. What a tasty fixture that is. Brownies versus Local Boys, another tasty affair. Like I'm going to KFC here. Versus Team Supreme. Cruise Control versus Gaffers. Serious Stuff versus Mama Uyankas. Simba Esports versus Galacticos. Durban Knights versus Nkabi. Kid Clan versus Silasau. And Brad City versus Who Let Us Cook. Fixtures,
Yo,
as we said,
the
that
brotherhood.
is the one we are looking out for, because two big strikers up at the top in Tian Dupria and Big Nick Smith up against the white men who are here to prove a point, to say that we've never left. We might not win the league, but we might win the cup.
Well, we never left.
Jabronis versus local boys. Local rivalry. It should be a very, very nice affair. Serious stuff against Mama Yankas. It's a good challenge for the boys down there. Take down a premiership team and add them to the list of giant killings. And then Kid Clan against Silasau FC. RIP, unlucky.
Oh, damn. That's what Italy is also saying against Zamalek. It's more or less the same thing.
It is. But yeah, just a reminder for anyone who might have come on late expecting to see their team here. Not all second place teams have gone through. Only 32 teams can qualify for the round of 16. So in order to qualify for the round of 16, I think it would be round of 16 times 2 is 32. Yeah. Only 32 teams, 19 groups for New Gen, so 19 winners. That means there's only space left for 13 more teams. So the best performing second places, 13 of them will go through. And then for Old Gen, there were 18 groups, which means there was only space for 14 second place teams. So if you were not among the best 14 placed second places, you would not have made it. So yeah, that is why you would not be here and why we would have some winners taking on each other. So yes, that is the conclusion of the cup draws. Thank you very much for joining us, but don't go away. If you don't have SNL, if you don't have anything to watch, we will be back in 5 minutes. 5 minutes.
If your mochi or your cherry is busy, come through.
5 minute intermission for the boys. We'll be back with a live recap of week number 4 and week number 5 of the SAPL. Back in 5 minutes, boys. Sure. Hello and welcome to another episode of our live podcast recaps. It is me. My co host is just on a little bit of a break. He'll be back joining us very soon. So while we are on the subject or on the topic, we will be covering the old gen recap first before we come on to the new gen side of things. So, just a reminder that we did do the cup draw. That will be published as a live stream after we are done with this particular stream. So, if you missed who you're playing, uh, that will be available after the stream goes off the air. So, thank you once again for joining. And yeah, let's go straight into things. Before we get there, let's have a look and let's see how the All-Gen Premiership table looks. The All-Gen Premiership table looks as follows. We've got Seleção up in first place, not looking like they're missing a beat. Still no losses. Can anybody take them down? Um, who who will be the ones to take them down? There are only 14 fixtures left. Does anybody have the cojones to knock them off the perch? Weidman trying to do their best to stay together and stay up to date with them, but they've got three losses. So very tough for them to keep pace with Seleção. At least Seleção dropped a couple of points along the way, but it might not be enough as we go down into things. The lads are in third place. Royalty are in fourth place with 49 points. RBZA Evo are in fifth with 48 points. Hustlers FC are in sixth with 45 points. Kid Clan are in seventh with 41 points. Who Let Us Cook are in eighth um, with 37 points. The Jabronis rather, I should say, are in ninth with 34 points. Serious Stuff are in 10th with 32 points. Simba Esports are in 11th with 32 points. MBEFC are in 12th with 31 points. 051 Siwelele with 28 points in 13th. Galacticos with 27 points in 14th. Edgelords in 15th with 24 points. Mayhem FC in 16th with 21 points. Mabena in 17th with 18. Colbridge Boys 17 points in 18th. Kings 11 with 16 points in 19th. And then Coloquians, the bottom of the table, with 5 points. Yeah, my co-host is here.
So,
Yeah, I just started. I didn't want to keep the guys waiting for too long. But I've essentially started with Olgin. Look at the bottom. This is a nice table, don't you think? If you're looking at the bottom, everything is still nice and close. Never mind
yeah.
Colloquial, the most unserious team of the SAPL. You can see that 11-point gap, very far away from safety. Dominic, my man, you started this thing about punishing me for being inconsistent with my times today. So answer me. Why are you guys in 18th place? Goldbridge, this is not befitting Goldbridge Boys. Goldbridge Boys is royalty. Excuse the pun. But if you were royalty, you would be in fourth place. Lagi. Yeah.
Pew, pew, pew.
Other things that I pointed out, Seleção still have no zeros in the loss columns. They have scored 128 goals, which is 38 goals more than their next best in the league. So starting to call the old gen Premiership a bit of a farmers league now, because Zamalek be doing it in new gen. Seleção is now starting to do it in old gen. Do you think, prediction time, in the chat, co-host, do you think when we get to game number 38, or 36, I can't remember, my maths is failing me. I think it's 38. Will we see a 1 in the loss column for Celesar?
I mean, it's possible. Anything is possible. There could be an off game, or a team actually comes, properly prepared for them and to be able to deal with them. You never know. And literally anything can happen. But so far, they have been on an extremely good run. If we look at that streak, that's 13 straight dubs in a row. So they've been very, very dominant. But who knows, man? Maybe a small team could give them the guys at the bottom could give them an issue, or the guys in the top five if they fixtures against them. So you never know. You never know.
Mm. Right. So if we lock into the fixtures for them on the 5th of August, because remember, we are doing 2 weeks in one because we are just that good. But apologies for that. Monday, the 5th of August, 10 p.m. RBZ Evo beating Jabronis by 4-0. Hustlers getting the better of Simba Esports by 4-1. Celesau doing the stanky leg by beating Mabena 8-2. And when I say stanky leg, I mean, when you're just so used to scoring, your foot just stays in that same, you know, score, score, yeah, score. So hashtag stanky leg in the chat. Royalty beating Coloquians by 4-1. Weidman beating 051 Siwelele by 4-0. If we look at 10:30, we got Simba Esports 6-3 to Kid Clan. The lads beating Mabena by 3-1. And Royalty only able to beat Wuletas Cook by 2-1. So that is Monday, the 5th of August. If we look at Thursday, the 8th of August, Jabronis and Wuletas Cook playing to a 4-all draw. Hustlers beating Coloquians by 3-0. I seriously and humbly hope that's not a claim. Beating Mabena by 3-2. MBE beating Weidman 4-3.
Ooh,
Can we get
interesting.
dubs in the chat for MBEFC? MBE. Well done to MBE on that result. The lads, 5. Serious stuff. No. Looking at the 10:30s, oh my days. We see 9 to the 0. We see pa 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 with no reply. We see Galacticos with no bullets in the chamber. While the lads putting 9 in the chest.
Bang. What do you say?
Well done to you guys who stayed behind for that solo performance. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
No, we like
that is your that is your reward. And then the last thing, Edgelord 6, Simba Esports 3. So that is Thursday. If we look at Monday, the 12th of August, RBZ Evil beating the Edgelords, Thor Lords, Cross Lords,
Park the bus
whatever the
lords.
name is now, by 4-0. Galacticos and Siwelele playing to a 2-all draw. Jabronis catching another hiding from Celesau, 5-0. Weidman beating Serious Stuff by 4-1. Edgelords taking revenge in 10:30 and beating Coloquians by 7-3, but that's not really much revenge if you consider the opposition. The lads beating Jabronis again by 5-1 this time. so no empty bullet casings, at least. Seleção beating Hustlers by the same scoreline by 5-1. And then we have the return of the 11 p.m. fixture, as this week has been a break for the Cup. Simba Esports beating Coloquians by 6-3. RBZA Evo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kings 11, 0. Seleção 7, Kid Clan 1. The Lads beating Hustlers by 3-2, and Weidman beating Royalty by 2-1. So very, very good results coming out there for some of the teams. And then in finality for Thursday, we have Hustlers and Goldbridge Boys 4-2. Siwelele beating Galacticos 4-3. Seleção beating Jabronis 5-0. The Lads and Royalty playing to a 2-all draw. 2-4-0 score lines for Kid Clan over Huletas Cook and for Weidman over Serious Stuff. Mabena beating Galacticos by 5-0. Weidman beating Jabronis by 7-0. Hustlers beating Siwelele by 6-0. Seleção beating Mayhem 9-2. So I couldn't sing my song again. Mayhem scored 2, so well done. And then in the 11 p.m. 3 results, the Lads beating Galacticos by 7-2, Kid Clan beating Coloquians by 6-1, and RBZA Evo beating Mayhem by 6-1. But don't think I didn't see this one. Seleção beating Royalty by 5-2. That is how things be looking in the All-Gen Premiership. If we look ahead to Monday's games, we see Goldbridge Boys up against Simba Esports. I think Simba Esports looking to come out on top over there. We have Royalty versus Mapena. Seleção versus Edge/Tor/Bus/ what's the last one? Crossroads. And then we have Weidman up against Hustlers FC. In the 10:30, Seleção versus Simba. So a good night and a bad night for Simba in store. Maybe they are the ones who can put the 1 in Seleção's 0 column.
You never know. You never know.
We shall keep an eye out on that. Right, let's switch on over to the new gen Super League Premiership. Take it away, Denzel.
Always brings pain, but we move as the local life gaming guys said. Anyway, in first place, we'll get there soon. In first place, the mighty Zamalek still flying high with 68 points there. Again, no losses, 24 games played, 22 wins, and 2 draws. Look at those goals forward, Dusty. 113. Only 18 goals conceded.
That is the stat that scares me. Like, I know Zamalek can score goals, but can you score goals against them? So like this, the Zamalek reminds me of 2 songs. It reminds me of when you play against them, you have the opposition thing. Can you stand the rain?
New edition. See?
And then you know when they play, they just be singing, "I got sunshine on a cloudy day."
You say it's easy.
Yeah, I could have put a nice hip hop sticky in there. Save that for next week.
In second place,
Put your hands up. Make noise! I can't hear you.
Second place, we have VSQ Bowlers. Only 7 points behind Zamalek, actually, with 61 points. If you look there as well, goals forward 127, goals against 24. So of their 24 games, they have 19 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss. But the goals that they're scoring, man, I think it's the most goals scored out of any team in the Prem. No one else has scored that much. And if you look, very, very, very low tally there on the goals scored against them. So their goal average is extremely high.
Very high.
Extremely.
And they remind me of the Premiership in the sense that Celesau also have a 7-point lead over Wideman. We got Zamalek and Bowlers with a 7-point gap. Can anyone put one in the Zamalek loss column? I think if Bowlers have played them the second time, maybe Bowlers, maybe DSG Beasts, maybe even Cyber Brothers, or
True.
Tweaky and his tricks. Who knows?
Tweaky and his tricks. PC. Moving on there to third place, we have DSG Beasts with 58 points as well. Just a small margin there, just 3 points away from Bowlers. So very, very, very close with them. Also from the 24 games played, that's 18 wins, 4 draws, and 2 losses. Some good goals scored there from them as well with 72, and also good average on goals scored against them with only 29. So they're doing well.
I think that with DSGBs, they need to do a name change. It should not be DSGBs, it should be DSG Pros. Because Kalen said you might as well somewhat chuck Iggy in there from Traumatic, the way that people there. Just gooi all the pros in there, man.
Gooi all the pros.
Pro team. Let that be the official pro team of the league. Since you've got Said, you've got Kalen already. You've got it's just it's insane, man. That's how they're keeping pace with ballers. They got a very, very good goalkeeper in Mo Naps.
100%.
Yeah, and they've got a good midfield. I think if you're going to poke any holes in that DSG Beast side, it will probably only be the wingers. You wouldn't have said that before with the amount of time the wingers got into Team of the Week, but I don't see them there anymore. So, yeah.
Pew, pew, pew. Let's be careful of the shots because some people get offended in these comments.
Hi,
Local life gaming.
Come at me, bro.
Come at me, bro. We don't care. Number 4, we have City Lads with 55 points. Also very, very close to DSGBs. City Lads actually have been doing great for these since they've integrated into the SAPL from the Xbox League. They've been doing very well. I always think about that Allen Iverson meme. You want to talk about practice? You want to talk about practice? These guys put in work. These gens practice almost all the time. I don't know if Owens are married there, in relationships. Surely your partner cannot be okay with that. Moving on to 5th place. Now, there's an interesting one, Dusty. 5th, 6th, and 7th, all equal on points. Of course, the only defining thing is the goal average, but all of them are equal on points. Of course, I'm talking, for those of you who can't see it, I'm talking about Cyber Brothers in 5th, 6th place Traumatic X, and 7th with No Chance FC. All of them sitting on 44 points. So very fine margins there. Guys are fighting. Guys are pushing. Also, the good thing that I mentioned it earlier in the draw, was that Cyber Brothers have found their rhythm, have found their drive, and the results are coming through. Like we said a few podcasts ago, you can assemble all the Avengers in your team, but you still got to build the chemistry. They still got to learn to play with each other. No diddy. They have to learn the dynamics. And once they get that going, then when the team starts to click, then you start seeing results. And I think that's what we're seeing from Cyber Brothers as well. Traumatic X, of course, we all know that they've lost some players. Some were there for a day, some were there for at least half a season. But I know, like we said, our last recording, Dusty, Traumatic X's core players have been strong regardless. That's no disrespect to the players that they brought in or the players that have left that are not part of the original core, but that core of Traumatic X has always been solid. Seventh, No Chance as well, representing very, very close and fine margins as well. So you could just say that they're all fighting for the fifth place spot. If we move on to eighth place,
it's like we have mini battles in the table. It's like maybe now we can say there is a battle for first because it's only 7 points, and then we have beasts and ballers fighting for second, and then City Lads is not far behind, and then everybody's fighting. It's the best of the rest.
Yeah. 100%. Prem is not easy, man. We know it. It's not easy. In eighth place, we have RBZA, of course, always consistently staying within the top 10 season after season after season, which is very hard to do in the new Gen Premiership. So they're in eighth place with 42 points. In ninth place, with a slow drop from where they were earlier at the start of the season or the first few weeks of the season, is Knock Knock MF with 41 points. But again, only 1 point away from RBZA in eighth, and only 3 points away from the guys in fifth, sixth, and fourth. So fine margins. Fine margins. They can keep pushing through. They built a solid team there as well. And like we've mentioned many times before, this is their first season in the new Gen Prem. So kudos to them. Moving on in 10th place with another team that's it's their first season within the new Gen Prem, 11 Gents with 35 points. In 11th place, we have Checkmarts with 28 points. They've moved up a place from 12th for the last 2 weeks. In 12th place now, replacing them is TMT FC with 27 points. Also for them, a big turnaround, getting some results because they were also at the bottom of the table, with the likes of LeBlanc, Samba Kings, and Snakebits, and Dragons as well. Moving on to 13th place, we have Elite CPT with 27 points, also equal with TMT, as mentioned in 12th place. 14th place, we have Celestial Dragons with 24 points, also seeing some a good change in the results that they've been getting, so they've been climbing up as well. In 15th place, we have Two Touch with 20 points. 16th place, Vaseline Boys with 19. 17th place, LeBlanc with 18 points. The reason why I'm laughing is because the Jets are saying fighting relegation. I don't understand. I don't think you understand where the relegation zone starts. Anyway.
But you're basically there.
Yeah. But it's easy to say that when you're in the championship fighting for your life season after season. Anyway. In 18th place, we have the boys at Fear Nobody. Of course, a rivalry there between LeBlanc and Fear Nobody. You guys that are in the new Gen group, I'm sure will have seen it. But Fear Nobody also having, I think, a small string of losses here and there. Of course, them being slightly higher up the table in the first few weeks of the league, but some tough draws there. But only 2 points behind LeBlanc with 18 points, so that means the total their point total is 16. In 19th place, we have the OG Samba Kings with 9 points. And in 20th place, like it was last season, Snake Pits FC with 6 points. That's it for our log. If we take a look at our fixtures, our results that we didn't get to look at on the 5th, which was on Monday, 10 o'clock game, some notable fixtures there. City Lads against the mighty Zamalek. Zamalek getting the better of them by 4-0 there. DSG Beast against RBZA going 4-3. I'm sure that was a very fun and exciting game to watch. It must have been stressful to be a part of as well. So 2 solid teams going against each other there. Checkmarks against LeBlanc. Checkmarks, of course, like I mentioned, getting some good results and moving up a place, getting a win over LeBlanc by 3-0, and it wasn't a claim. No chance. No chance CF against Fear Nobody by 3-2. TMT against the OG Samba Kings by 6-0. I highlight that because, like I mentioned, TMT having a good turnaround in the results they've been getting for the last week or say 2 weeks. So they're climbing up there. If we look at the game against VSQ Ballers and Cyber Brothers, Ballers getting the better of them there by 3-1. If we move to the 10:30 games, some notable ones there. 4-3 for the Celestial Dragons against Vaseline Boys. Dragons getting the better of them there. VSP Ballers against Checkmarks. Ballers getting the better of them by 2-0 there. RBZA against TMT going to a 2-2 draw there. And Zamalek against the newly promoted 11 Gents. With typical Zamalek fashion, whether you're having a good run or not, 5-0 by 11 Gents. Sorry, by Zamalek against 11 Gents. Moving on to Thursday, that is the 8th of August. 11 Gents against, 2 newly promoted teams. 11 Gents against Fear Nobody. 11 Gents getting the better of them there by 4-0. Cyber Brothers against Checkmarks. Cyber Brothers getting the better there by 2-1. City Lads against Samba Kings, 9-1. Damn. That must have been a hard pill to swallow there. Ooh, City Lads, gents were cooking there. You talking about practice?
I'm just gonna stop you there. Cody, my man, you're about an hour late.
I saw it.
You're about an hour late, my man. But just for you, since you are here, I'll bring that up for you very quickly. Let's go to the Ogen side. Mama Uyangi class is playing against Serious Stuff, my man. Serious Stuff versus Mama Uyangi class.
Because we know you're good, we do it for you, brother. Don't stress.
Yeah. Don't say we don't do things for the fans, eh? But moving on. Thursday the 8th. You know what I got told? The journalist, the streets, or should I say the streets?
The street says.
The streets said that that game didn't make it to the full 90 minutes. Apparently, one of the teams involved quit, or they got kicked, and the whole team got kicked at the 70th minute mark. So City Lads could have stopped them for like 12, 13, 14. So yeah, unlucky.
OG Samba Kings, we're watching, eh? Just so you know, the big brother eye is watching. Another close encounter there, although it's just one goal between them, but I'm sure this was a tight game. A good result there for Knock Knock MF against Traumatic X, Knock Knock MF getting the better of them by 1 goal to 0.
The
Celestial
streets,
Dragons,
the
yeah.
streets have something to say there as well.
What did this team say?
Oh, that game was actually supposed to, yeah, that game which it wasn't actually played that night on Thursday. It was actually played on Monday night, past midnight.
Ooh.
It was they were trying to load into the game, but they couldn't. And then Knock Knock decided that, you know what, it's 20 past 10. We're not going to try and connect to you again. We tried. We're going to look for a friendly and then play our next game.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, my days.
so, so that game, Traumatic and Knock Knock had 4 league games to play on Monday. It's already a lot to play 3 in one night. Imagine 4.
Mm, no.
So yeah, the streets coming through with the, the 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 information.
Shouts out to the guys from the streets. We appreciate you and all the hard work you do in the streets. LeBleu against Celestial Dragons. LeBleu getting the better of them there by 1 goal to 0. That was my goal. Moving on.
Nice.
Zamalek against Vaseline Boys, 7 goals to 0. Oof. VSQ Ballers against Elite CPT, 11 goals to 0. Stranger Things is coming. Was this a promo? Don't they, the character from Stranger Things? Her name is just Al11.
Yeah.
It's giving those kind of vibes. maybe it was a promo. I'm trying to find something good here to say, but 11 goals is so painful. I don't know what to say.
It's
Oh
rough
my
actually.
days. 11 goals to 0. How do you sleep that night? Like, oh, if you were a defender in your defensive line and 11 goals get scored against you, surely you question your existence. I know I
But
would.
look at the next one.
Celestial Drag, 10:30. So Bowlers was just playing cricket.
So this result makes me think of a song.
What song is
So many nights, so many hours. I'm still,
I'm still
I'm
burning.
here till your return. When the feeling ain't the same in your body. Don't want to, oh, gotta compete in, cause my body can't. Never mind it, let it burn, let it
Let it
burn,
burn.
gotta let it burn.
Oh, dang. Was the pun intended because dragons breathe fire?
You mean the dragon is supposed to breathe fire, not burn itself. So
Game of Thrones. House of the Dragon begs to differ.
yeah, the ballers came to play, my man.
I know
10,
they.
10.
Oh,
After thrashing
21
a team
goals.
for 11 at 10 p.m.,
Mm.
they decided they're 10:30 they're gonna eat the another team for double digits. No
Mm,
respect.
mm.
No respect.
Nah, the Goodrich brothers don't have respect. I blame Jamie for all of this, truthfully. I don't know why, but I feel it's Jamie's fault. Moving on, Cyber Brothers against Knock Knock MF. They going to a 1-all draw. That must have been a tight encounter. Elite CPT with the wake up or the motivation after catching that 11-0 from Ballers, going 4-3 against Checkmarks, getting that win there. Vaseline Boys against Fear Nobody. Vaseline Boys getting the better of them by 4 goals to 2. 11 Gents against OG Samba Kings. 11 Gents winning that game 7 goals to 0. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Some teams be scoring 21 goals in one night. Some teams be
Mm,
conceding 15 goals in one night. There's levels to
mm.
this.
Was there an end? Please,
There's
just
levels to this game.
It hurts, guys. I understand. I know that feeling, and it's never good, man. Unlucky. It's never good.
I
City
got an
lads,
icebox where my heart used to be.
I'm so cold. I'm so cold. Oh, bad days. Yo, RBZA and City lads going to a 5-4 game. City lads getting the better of them there by one goal to sorry, by one goal. I almost said one goal to nil. What's going on? Anyway, OG Samba Kings threw me off there.
My singing has got you hypnotized, got you spinning your body round and
You
round.
got me so hypnotized the way your body move round and round. Mm, mm.
That booty be jumping, conceding 15 in a night.
Moving on to the 12th of August. So that was the Monday that we just passed. 11 Gens against RBZA. RBZA getting the better of them there by 3 goals to nil. Dragons getting the better of Checkmarts by 3 goals to 2. City Lads against Snake Pits, 7 goals to 2. DSG Beasts against Knock Knock MF. DSG Beasts getting the pro advantage by 5 goals to 1 there. Le Bleu against Fear Nobody. Le Bleu getting the better of them there by 2 goals to 1. My goal. Moving on. VSQ bowlers against the mighty Zamalek. Oh, what! I wish I could have watched this game. I'm sure, Dusty, this must have been a tight affair. This was first versus second. Bowlers, 2 goals. Zamalek, 2 goals. This must have been something to watch, man. Something to watch. Moving on to the 10:30 games. City Lads getting the better of Knock Knock MF by 4 goals to 3. Zamalek against Dragons. Zamalek getting the better of them by 4 goals to nil. 11 Gents against Toolmatic X. 11 Gents getting the better of them there by 2 goals to 1. VSQ Ballers against RBZA. Ballers getting the better of them there by 6 goals to nil. Moving on to the 11 PM games, yo. Checkmarks against Checkmarks against Zamalek. Zamalek getting the better of them there by 6 goals to 2. Cyber Brothers against DSG Beast. DSG Beast winning that game 4 goals to 2. Celestial Dragons against Elite CPT. NBA team versus NBA team. Of course, it seems that Tash got more of the dunking there by 5 goals to nil. Celestial Dragons winning that game by 5 goals to nil. No chance against Traumatic. 4 goals to 3. No chance winning that game. What happened these last 2 match days? Minus Thursday against Traumatic. Something hectic is going on there. Wonder why they're dropping some games or dropping the ball there. But who knows? Maybe it's just a
Something be
small
happening because people be leaving groups.
the streets.
I
The
don't see
streets.
them in the groups anymore. The Straits have reported that Traumatic X captain has left the group and has left that
Hey,
group. So it could be something serious, and we don't want to be joking around if it's something serious. But this is Pentecost, so there's
you
always
say
gonna be
you,
speculation when you be leaving groups.
you say you were singing Tony Braxton because of the gents leaving. Unbreak my heart. You were saying it to Smith. Unbreak my heart. Say you love me again.
Quick.
Oh man, unlucky man. And then if we look at the other result, the last result there, the big one, VSQ bowlers against Fear Nobody. Bowlers in their typical fashion as of these last 2 weeks, winning that game by 7 goals to nil. If we move on to Thursday, ooh, Gents against Samba Kings with 8 goals to 1. 11 Gents getting some good results there, man. Some good consistency from them. Oh, and then we have again DSG Beasts against Traumatic. DSG Beasts winning that game 3 goals to 0. City RBZA 3 goals to 0 as well. Zamalek against Le Bleu, 2 goals to 0 there. Yo, we fought for our lives there, eh? Fought for our lives. The second goal only came in the 90th minute, but it was 1 goal throughout the whole game. Ash saved at least 3 of my shots. Oh, so tired of Ash.
At least you made him work. Some people don't make him work.
Cyber Brothers against Elite CPT. Cyber Brothers winning that game 7 goals to 2. Celestial Dragons against Checkmarts. Dragons winning that game 4 goals to 2. Fear Nobody with the reverse fixture victory, beating LeBlanc by 3 goals to 0. There was a lot of banter being thrown there, a lot of shots being thrown. But how can you hate from outside of the club if you below us? Ego.
I don't know why you hate him from outside of the club.
Oh, OG Samba Kings with the turn of results against Vaseline Boys, winning that game by 5 goals to 0. Well done to them, man. Turning some things around. RBZA against the Inform 11 Gents. RBZA winning that game by 4 goals to 2. Tilmatic X and TMT seems like a close game by 2 goals to 1. And then another fixture, the second leg of the league fixture between Zamalek and Bowlers, going to a 1-all draw game. So for those of you who don't remember, just last week when they had their first leg, it was a 2-all draw, and now this is their second leg of the league fixtures, and it is a 1-all draw. So very, very close quarters there. Very strong fights. Bowlers are giving the mighty Zamalek, a hard time, but it's also the mighty VSQ bowlers. You got to put some respect on their name. They've earned that. Some other notable fixtures, some results. VSQ bowlers in their typical fashion, if not playing Zamalek, 9 goals to 2 against OG Samba Kings. RBZA getting the better of Le Bleu by 5 goals to 0. Only Payne and Zamalek against Elite CPT with the same score by 5 goals to 0. City Lads getting the better of Chillmatic X by just 1 goal. City Lads winning that game by 2 goals to 1. And that is it for the New Gen Premiership.
Yeah. Now, before we sign off, I just want to have a reference point to, this beef that you speak of. Let's have a look at the spat on Twitter. If I can get it pulled up somehow. Let's have a look. Come on, man. Yeah, looks like we can get it up.
Here we go. Here we vie.
So James, why are you guys speaking about this rather expensive L? What do you mean by that?
So, for those of you who don't know, behind the scenes, in the streets, as we said, we had 2 players. I don't know if names are expensive at this moment in time, but let me not mention names. I'll just say 2 players. Oh, there we go. Anyway, we had Waza and Waddle sign for Le Bleu. We had them sign for Le Bleu, coming from, of course, Traumatic and RBZA. Jiggy, they entered the group chat. Everything was confirmed and done. Myself and Ilyas, who have played in the same team as Waza and Waddle for in our previous club, being legends. We know them for a while. It was vibes and exciting because the four of us are reunited again. Jiggy, jiggy. Next day, I see left the group chat. I'm like, what's going on?
Mm.
Apparently, the gents pulled a I'm going to buy bread and just never came back. So they happened to go lay at their side chick's house, which is at Fear Nobody. Now, because they have already agreed to sign for Le Bleu, and that was done, as we know, rules are rules, they couldn't transfer again in that mid-season. So what they had to do is pay forward. Fear Nobody had to pay their $400 to sign those two players.
Mm.
Then the fixture came. Literally, it was in faith. The fixture came the next day that Leblanc would play Fear Nobody with the same two players in the Fear Nobody starting lineup that we were just discussing, minus Insidious, who's also a player. Uh, I'm not going to speak about that, but we're talking about the expensive L. Anyway, of course, we beat them in that game by 2 goals to 1. So before the game, Fear Nobody thought they'd throw some shots because they stole two players from Le Bleu or from us within one day. Little did they know, you must never be so quick to react. Things happened. And then we had to face them again the following week. The game was tough because we just came from fighting Zamalek. You know, when you fight Zamalek, it's only pain and focus. Then we have to go to Fear Nobody after being depressed by Zamalek and having to fight those guys. But to be honest, they did play well, not to take anything away from them, but we also didn't play as we played in the first game against Zamalek. It wasn't as good. It also wasn't as good as the first game we played against Fear Nobody. Of course, they capitalized on it. 1 goal being a pen, 1 goal being a corner, and then 1 goal just being a result of a defender pushing up and leaving that space. So it is what it is. So that's how the fight started.
It is what it is, and it is, and it is what it is. Dun, dun,
At least,
dun, dun.
at least they got to beat Le Bleu for the first time since the championship. So enjoy that one.
Oh, oh. Hey. Naughty. Naughty. Yeah. Just before we wrap things up, we're gonna go through the remainder of the league, starting with the Super League Championship, just to have a look at how the tables look. We have the top three in. We no longer have Kenyovi at the top, being the kings of the jungle. It is now the new rivals of Leblois, Local Life Gaming. In first place, Kenyovi in second, Baby Shark in third. I think now we only have a battle between first and second. There's a quick math 9 point gap between second and third now. Supreme Gaming in the top four. So they sticking close to Baby Shark for that promotion place, that last promotion place. Peacemakers in fifth, MSK in sixth, Catalans in seventh, AZ Malukas in eighth. If we go look at the bottom half of the table, we see, or the bottom three, we have Red Knights in 18th, Wolfgang in 19th, and Rockstars in 20th. But I must say, championship, there's a fight here. 14 points for the guys at the bottom is actually a lot. Um, they 1 point away from 19th, 3 points away from 18th, and 4 points away from safety. So anyone here can be dragged into that relegation zone. So keep going, guys. Make the signings, make the plays, make it happen.
As for local life gaming, I can't wait for you. Stay there. I can't wait for you to come into the new Gen Premiership. I want to see if you have the same energy when you're there. Mm.
Times. I wanted to say something now, but I won't expose you.
Say it. Say it. Say
No. Like you're speaking
it.
like we're gonna be in the Prem next season. Enough said. Super League One West. You said I must say it. I was very. I didn't have to say it.
No, we love it. We love it. It's at the chest.
First place in Super League One West is Izanami with 62 points. Batalia in second place. Simple AFC in third. Mother City in fourth, so very tight in those promotion spots. Boys in Dawood in fifth. Uganda Cranes in sixth. 265 Flames in seventh. Oh dear, there's a cat fight outside. Anyway, not that kind of cat fight. And then No Cho Boys in eighth place. If we then look at the last three, we got Outcast in 16th, Don't Press in 17th, and La Lepra in 18th. Right. Moving on to Super League One East. We have Festive AS leading the way in first place, Unleashed in second, Italy in third, Hogwarts in fourth, your favorite team.
Mother.
Samba SC in fifth, Resiliencia in sixth, X Football Club in seventh, and Iconic United in eighth. Bottom three, we have Sporting CT, Two Left Feet, and Super Strike. I think it's safe to say that Sporting, Two Left Feet, and Super Strike, even though they are mathematically still in with a chance, there's no chance. 15 points from safety. It's a bit rough. Local Life Gaming is back. They've joined us. Right. In the championship, Old Gen, Bruno Gimme Rice, Team Supreme, and Brotherhood first, second, and third. I think Brotherhood was leading the race, but now I've fallen down to third. Look at that. 1 point. 1 point gap between first, second, and third. That's delicious. What a title race, man. Fourth, Local Boys, the Originals in fifth, Gaffers in sixth, Zafuti in seventh, Chemistry in eighth. Then in the bottom three, we have Red Dragons, Scottsville, and Jumanji Heights. For League One West, we have Guguletu FC in first, Windsor Parkers in second, and Marist Cartel in third. All for One in fourth, Blue Lock in fifth, Oreo in sixth, Melchester in seventh, and Football the Plain in eighth. 14th, we have Elite 11 FC, Cape Town Bulls in 15th, and Reaper FC in 16th. And then last but not least, we have League One Eastern, Mama Uyankas in first, Cheddars FC in second, and Cruise Control in third, Brad City in fourth, Top Dog Entertainment in fifth, Kaapstad Rangers FC in sixth. Blazed has taken a dip out of the top four. Kieran won't be very happy about that. To seventh. No X from the Bots in eighth. And then in 14th, we have Conca SAPL, Gnome United, and the Sparta FC in 16th. Ooh, I think it's over for Gnome, and the Sparta mathematically probably might be in it still. But in terms of hope, it's the hope that kills you.
It's not looking good, bruv. It's not looking good.
Yeah. So, very long stream. We've done the cup draw. We've done the podcast. Thank you very much to those who have been here right throughout. If you've joined and dubbed, we appreciate that as well. We are about to sign off now because we know in 6 hours' time we gotta be up because we are
Bruv.
awaiting DDP
Yeah,
against
man.
Israel Adesanya.
Mm.
Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the groups who you guys are backing. Are you staying up? Are you just going to wake up and hear what the result is? Nonetheless, we're backing DDP. We are being hopeful. We are hopeful it's going to be a good fight. James, any last minute notes? SAPL related or UFC?
Hey, man. I can't wait to watch Dricus. First Dangerous, you know what? Look, I want Dricus to win this fight as a South African and as a as a lover and then as an MMA fighter myself. Um, I want him to win this. Our first South African champion, the first South African to ever even fight for a title, let alone be the champion, and also being part of another part of history, being the first time that two Africans fight for a title. You know, of course,
We are on the
that's
right side.
yeah, and we are on the right side. So there's no questioning how dangerous Izzy is. There's no question that he's one of the greatest middleweights to have ever walked into the octagon. Um, but we're backing our boy. We're backing our boy. Hopefully, we know that he's able to press the same as Sean Strickland pressed Izzy, and has Alex Pereira pressed Izzy. And we saw what happened to Izzy there when he saw all of the birds, all of the birds circling the Nigerian land. Hopefully, our boy can do that. And as for those of you who don't know, Sia Kolisi and Elizabeth are walking out our boy Drickers. So can't wait. See you guys at 4. Let's chat in the groups. Let's watch it together. Let's speak out together. See you then.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, we are out. Go DDP. Shoo!